And welcome to Little Moon Tarot. Today we are doing a general reading for whomever this is for. I have absolutely no idea. Uh, so we are starting off with our Gypsy Witch Tarot, and we'll see what falls out for us. Let's see. Let me grab my glasses, put them on my head. Oh, let me turn off the air conditioning. Wow. It is very muggy on Lake Ontario today. So, as I said before, I know, you like and subscribe and, you know, do the thing with the notes and the bells and the whistles and whatnot if you can, and you'll hear about the other things that said. Make sure, ooh, hi Oscar, that you have your EpiPens. Make sure that you've got your inhalers. You know, the things that you don't think you need because maybe you don't think this is going to be that summer. It is that summer. It is hot and muggy out there. It is like my allergies are up right now, and I live on Lake Ontario, so. And I just started this coffee. Okay, so let's see what Spirit has. Who has a message for someone? Let's do a general reading. I don't know who this is for. This can be for anyone. This may be for a few people. And of course, everything, bits and pieces can resonate with everybody, you know? One of the things I have to remember every single time I watch someone do tarot, and it like, sometimes I'll be watching and it'll be like spot on, like so absolutely spot on, and all of a sudden it's like, wait, no, that's not right. And it's like, I have to remind myself, yeah, but it's not all for you, Martha. It's not all for you. The Six of Wands, number 43. Lightning denotes surprise, disagreeable, in accordance to distance. Yes, our setup's a little less janky. Yay. So let's put that right. Wait, where do we want to put that? Am I putting it? Okay, I'm just going to put it there for now. It's going to be fine there. Okay, so we're starting our message, our story. See where it goes, who it's for. What are you going to tell us for your person? Well, okay, so we've got the Ace of Swords, the Rapiers. Warn us against assaults which threaten and will occur sooner or later according to distance from the person. We've also got the Six of Wands over here, and this is the Ace of Swords. We've also got the Six of Wands, and the Six of Wands does mean victory, and this is right side up. Lightning denotes disagreeable in accordance to distance. So there could be some fight going on that you're fighting. Yeah, you know, we all have puppy feet. There could be some fight that you're fighting that you are going to be winning. You know, you've got your sword in front of you. You know exactly what is going on, and you're going to win this one, even though, I mean, this is some pretty heavy sorrow down here. It's not bitter, and it's not necessarily bittersweet. But it's just sad. It's like, it's sad that it had to come down to this. Like, why did it have to come down to this? Like, why? What was the point? Was there ever a point? Not really. Didn't have to go that way, but it went that way, and what we're gonna do, You know, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Hmm? Yeah. 9 of coins. We got the hearts, but no heart attacks. It's just heartbreaking. It was heartbreaking. It feels like maybe someone may have passed away, and there was maybe a contention over the will. Families fighting. Yeah. Look at that, right there. Yeah. This might have been an elderly gentleman, but it was a king either way. So take that as you will. So because we always know on this channel, it can be king, queen, but it's also he, she, they, them. So it's however that energy applies to you. But this was just heartbreaking. Like, yeah, like there was a lot of love. Like there was a lot of love here. There was like, and then calamities. I mean, not only are there calamities, but this has to do with someone. I want to say that this is like a wife energy to this king, and that there are many like they may have like written a lot of letters, or there might be a lot of texts. You know what this might actually be? This might be a May to December relationship, and by that I mean this person is this king is older and this person is very younger, and but these are actually people who are in love. Like we're not talking about by the way, we have a Douglas. If you hear the snoring, 'tis brought to you by a Douglas. We're not talking about like one of those Hollywood relationships where people date younger people and then break up with them at like 25, and then, you know, date someone that's 18 till they're 25, and then they break up with, you know, this is not that pattern. This is the, okay, so Tony Randall, he had a wife, they didn't have children, and then he met this young girl, and on I think it was on Broadway or something, and she was in a play with him, and they just, you know, she was sassy and she didn't care that he was Tony Randall, and he was like, oh, look at this kid, and they fell in love, and it was a pure real romance, and you know, they had a couple kids too, so he got to experience this gorgeous fatherhood. It always made my heart so happy. And sorry, my Jennifer Coolidge is coming out. Probably really don't sound like her, but sometimes in my ears it sounds like that. Well, it sounds like in my ears, and opposed to yours are always two different things. Remember that. Sorry about the pointing to anybody that is adverse to pointing. I do not mean anything by it. But that's what this feels like. This feels like maybe there were some older kids who were battling this out. This is a May to December relationship. Whether or not these people had children, I don't know. But there is some contesting of, oh, she took him for his money and she didn't really love him. However, ooh, this person knew how to text. And there's probably some handwritten letters as well. And that is going to be what wins. And the sad part is, the really, really sad part is that this younger woman, so he's a king and this is a 2 of coins, probably like a good, she might even be in her 20s or 30s, or maybe 20 years younger. I don't think they had kids, but I don't know. But the sad part is she liked his kids. She didn't mind sharing this with them. She wouldn't have taken it away. But the fact is, he did change his will. He really did love her. He wanted her to have everything. He wanted her to have everything. And it's not like he didn't give his kids things necessarily. It's that he didn't give them as much as they felt they deserved. But this was real love, and they knew that this was going to cause some issues. But it was just really, hi Oscar, it was just really, really sad. I mean, it was just heartbreaking. The whole thing was just like, just, but where was that one? I mean, but there is an omen of good fortune and luck, even though it's in heartbreak. I mean, it's just, this didn't have to happen this way. Nobody was looking to steal anything from anyone. It just, and this spirit is saddened by this. They're upset and saddened by their children that couldn't deal with this and had to be like this. He really thought that everybody would be fine. And that does happen when people pass away. You don't expect it to happen, but all of a sudden family members are fighting and nobody is getting along because everybody's fighting over the family home. Six of Cups. Number 3, the home denotes success in all ventures. If present condition is unpleasant, the future will be happy and prosperous. Also predicts marriage. And put that right over there. And if you are this younger woman and you are identifying with this, you're going to have another home again. And by that, what they mean is, not that you're moving, you're going to, where you found your home here, okay? You found somebody who loved you. It wasn't a kid-parent relationship. It was the real soul bond. It was that real meeting each other on, you're 20 and he's 60 and this was not normal. This is the rare instance where no one's doing anything weird. It's just, oh wow, yeah, it makes sense that the two of them are together. Like everybody saw the benefit in you guys being together. Nobody understood how new age he was and how old fashioned she was. And that's what got them, because he knew how to use his phone, and that impressed her. And not only that, she knew how to properly write a letter, and he enjoyed that. And they talked and they read books together. I mean, they did a lot of stuff, and I almost kind of wonder if they might have had a child, but maybe not. I don't know. But he's saying the way that you found home in him as an equal, you're going to find that again. And it's not going to necessarily be this, but it is going to be something new and wonderful. And there may be parts of him that remind you of him, but there are going to be parts of him that are different, and he is going to be younger. He is going to be more in line with your age group. Like, when I say that this was an anomaly, this was like Tony Randall and his second wife. It was just, every once in a while it happens. Often, we're talking about, we all know what we're talking about, what I'm talking about here. But this was not that. This was one of those rare things. And it was just really sad too, because the spirit is telling me that even family was like, what is wrong with you people? And I'm not joking when I say this guy, he did have some money. And then, like I say, this can relate to anybody's walk of life and monetary whatever. But this person knows who they are, and they had a lot of money. Um, and these kids were not happy. It was just sad. Like the whole of all of it was just upsetting on every level. But you are going to find new love, and you might even have a couple of kids. I see 4. So we have the 4 of Swords, the number 49, the eye. When near, denotes great interest taken by friends. When distant, it signifies suspicion. Suspicion. The bouquet of flowers, an absolute indication of long and happy life. If children are nearby, extraordinary honors and fame. The tree, good health, near flowers, fulfillment of highest hopes. Okay, so these 2 right here going here with your new house. Esposa. Esposo? Esposa. Esposa came through my mind. Esposo. 9 esposo. Esposa. And let's see what that, because that's also the 4 of Swords. So let's see what that, let's see what this number 49 is about. Spirit, can you tell me, is this a good friend? Like, I don't feel like this means anything bad. I don't feel like this is anybody spying on you. I don't feel like anybody, I don't feel like this is, I mean, the fact of the matter is no one was suspicious up here. These children, coffin, these children knew that these 2 people should be together. Like, even they sat there and talked about it. It just was when he died, everybody got greedy. Like, dumb-ass, stupid, bullshit, greedy. Excuse my language. But you get my point. So they're not even, these are not people that are going to spy. They don't have a reason to, and they can't, because there's too many letters to back up how much these people loved each other. And the sad part about that is that it's a good chance that these children will end up with absolutely nothing, depending on what state you're in. This judge may say, yeah, so you contested this, and you now have to pay all of these court fees and lawyers' fees for this person because you made these accusations, and now we're going to give this person who may be countersuing for emotional damage this much. And these people up here, and it could be 3 children, are going to end up with like $1 each from this inheritance. Like, they're really gonna wish that they hadn't been assholes and just dealt with the $2 million in life insurance that they each got, while this person got like 10 million. You know what I'm saying? Like, this person deserved it because they were with this person 24/7 when they got their illness, when they died, whatever the situation was, they were there. And I'm not saying they weren't, but when you're a spouse and you're with your spouse that is sick and you're there 24/7 with them, it's different. Yeah, your kids come in and go, and maybe they even spend the night, but it is that scene from Big Fish when she gets in the tub with him. And it's you know, what they said hurt. So, Spirit, I feel like that 4 of Swords, ouch, which, let me look up the 4 of Swords really quickly. Just for yiggles to see if it resonates. Four swords. The three and the ace. That's true. That is extremely true. You know the thing with this, the Four of Swords upright means a four in this suit sends a message to take some time out, surrendering worldly concerns and retreating to a sheltered place of serenity, away from the hustle and bustle. The oldest tarot card images suggest a visit to the tombs of our ancestors, a place to contemplate your mortality and breathe in the dust of those who brought you here. In other words, you're going to look inward. You're going to sit with your thoughts and you're going to look inward. A vision quest or pilgrimage to one's own center allows us to contemplate our roots, values, and goals. Here you will see your place in the flow of time and unfolding generations. So, this person, after all of this is said and done, and the judge rules in their favor, and these kids end up with the calamities and only getting $1, they're going to need some introspection. And I think can you tell me, Spirit, it feels like this Four of Swords isn't just introspection, because, we know that with you, they were already wiser beyond their years for their younger age than you, no matter what it was. But yeah, because you guys went together because this person, the Two of Coins, had already started their self-work. They had already started their strength. Yeah, because we got Six of Coins, we got the lion on the bottom, strength. They had already started their strength when they met you, and that's what you liked about them. That's why you guys clicked. You had chosen to grow as you got older, so you understood things like technology. They chose to not only grow but understand things that maybe other people would choose not to, and that's what made you guys good. And they had already started introspection at that point when they met you, and you guys just grew together and did that. And now that you're gone, they do need to sit there in introspection once again. But what I'm wondering is this introspection, is it in this, like, I feel like this is a 2-year time period, that it does it eye, where it says the eye when near denotes great interest taken by friends. Does that mean that there's a friend near to this person that they're going to be interested in? That was not what I was asking. Let me shuffle for a second, because that doesn't necessarily make any sense to me. Let me check that out. All right, fine. Let me look at that. Let me look at that. Because maybe it is that. It is, because that's always what it say, isn't it? Okay. Let's see. Okay, all right. Now let's check out this one because I'm not sure if this goes here or not. Ow. Okay, so let's see. I was asking, ouch, about if this was because it didn't necessarily feel like suspicion. The eye wouldn't denote taking great interest by friends. I think, sorry, just moving around. There we go. So, yeah, because, I mean, let's face it. You're going to grieve after this. You're going to have some tower moments. And you're going to grieve. This is true. Mm-hmm. But so you are going to grieve because you have to. You know, this whole thing here has actually stopped your grieving process. Like you're grieving a little at a time when you can at night before you go to bed. That's about where you're grieving. But then you've got to soldier up and you've got to go during the day and you've got to do that. Now, get your P's and Q's in order. Make sure that you've got these texts, mail, whatever evidence you have. Make sure you've got it in order. Make sure you've got it in order. Um, uh, yeah. You know, that's true too. This almost makes me wonder if there's going to be a friend that you have that tries to betray you, that tries to ask where this stuff is. Now, like I say, this can shift and change while I'm doing this, as what Spirit tells me, because this can resonate with anyone. Because although this does mean you taking time for yourself and grieving, it also means just for someone out there, there's one person that they don't have to even worry about this, but the other person, hold on to the will, is what I was just told. Hold on to the will. Make sure you don't have the original will. Make sure that the original will is filed and held by a lawyer. Do not have the original will at home, because if you have the original will at home, the will is null and void if it disappears. Even if you have a copy, it doesn't matter. The lawyer has to have the original will. That just goes by state, but at this point where I live, that's how that is. So hold on to that will, and if you've got to get an extra copy, get an extra copy. And make sure a friend of the family isn't taking it, coming in to say goodbye and then rifling around. I'm being told, ooh, this is shifty. That is shifty. Excuse me, that is shifty. They're showing me everybody's at the church for the funeral. The coffin is right up there. The pastor is right up there doing a sermon for this individual, and someone else is at the house looking for the will and possibly taking other things. And that's going to cause some massive tower moments in this family. Massive. People are going to be pissed off. I mean, that's just like unreasonable in my opinion. Someone dies, you don't go to their house. I don't care if you're their kid. You don't go to their house and just take what you want. You need to go there and get mom and dad's stuff to bring to the funeral parlor, fine, whatever. But you don't go in and start taking shit unless, everybody, you look at them and say, hey, do you mind if I go get mom's ring? I'd really like to wear it. Yeah, sure, not a problem. We know that she was going to give it to you anyway. Yeah, we don't care. And if you're a parent, please split your stuff up now. Your kid wants that ring or you want them to have it, give it to them now. If you're not going to wear it and you don't want to hear it, you give it to them now. It doesn't matter what they want. It matters what you want. Because after you're gone, it's all up to them to deal with their grief however they're going to do it, and come in their own time to realize that the grieving process is for us to move on and deal with, because on the other side, you just turn into pure spirit. So it doesn't matter if you were an actor or a queen or a commoner or a hobo. You're all the same people over there. I mean, yeah, this is what you were over here, and that's what your presence will be when I receive you. But over there, you're no different to anybody else. You're just the same. Nobody is better than anybody else. Everybody is equal. Does everybody have a difference of opinion on the other side? I'm sure that they do. But, nobody is better than anybody else. So, let me grab some water. So, yeah. Excuse me. So yeah, this person up here, the May to December, this cleanup is going to take some time. This is going to hurt. This has hurt this family. Whether or not you guys come back together, probably not. They'll forget about you, you'll forget about them, but you're not ever going to forget about this person because you're going to own the bulk of his estate. Are you going to let them have the stuff that's theirs and, you know, they deserve? You should, but you know what I'd really do is just realistically take the stuff that you know belongs to them and put it in one room. Take the stuff that you know that you want that's yours and are the memories that you choose to keep. Get a new place if you can, and then just leave everything else and let them just hack it out between them. Even just leave them the house. Unless you have to sell the house to get a new house, you know, etc. And it's going to take you some time to recover. I mean, but there is a new love. There is a new love. I do feel that this may bring children if you don't already have children. And if you have children, I think it's going to bring you two more with this person. Whether this person has children going into the relationship, I don't know. I don't know. This person, however, they got a friend watching. This is the shifty aspect of it. This is the, sorry for any foot in the way. This is the, I'm sitting on a blanket. This is they're going through the house while everybody's at the funeral. Like you're planning on having people over. Maybe there are a few people that didn't go that stayed behind and whatever because they're getting stuff ready. Those are not the people that are going through the stuff. These are people that are supposed to be there who duck out for a smoke break and come over and do that. We're not talking about like this is 25 minutes away and then they have to be back. We're talking this is like going to be relatively close. Like it's not gonna, I mean, unless you know they can make it back and, you know, it's gonna say they're at the church and the funeral they duck out for, but that's dyslexically backwards, Martha. Actually, that might be dyscalculically backwards. Don't mind me while I recognize what my brain is doing. Because I have dyscalculia and dyslexia, so sometimes things are opposite in my brain. And what I was seeing was someone being at the church service. Maybe this is relevant to someone. Someone being at the church service, going out for a cigarette break, getting in the car, driving 25 minutes away to the house, but telling people when he was driving away that he was going to meet everybody at the funeral home. But I don't understand why you would be going from a church to a funeral home. So whoever that's for, and you know, you tell me, you let me know. If you know, maybe, unless it's like a funeral home at a, but in sense, what you would be doing is actually going from the funeral home to the church, and then from the church to the graveyard is basically what it is. And they're saying that they're going to meet you at the graveyard, or they're going to meet you at wherever, like say the after thing is at a restaurant, they're going to meet you at the restaurant. That's what they tell you, but instead they actually go to this person's home and they rifle through their stuff. And they're looking for whatever, but someone else is also going to be looking for paperwork. This person up here, they don't have to worry about it because it's all on their phone. Like, this isn't going that far. Like, it's seriously, like their kids are going to bring it to a judge, and then the judge is going to look at, like, her phone text messages from, like, day one that her lawyer prints out, and he's going to be like, yeah, you guys are just money hungry, and now, and your lawyer is going to ask that they pay for your lawyer's fees and for emotional damage. And they're not going to have a penny to their name. But this person is just that middle ground right there. They're looking. They're looking to find the proof that you know, and to take it. So make sure, if you know that you have somebody who will rifle through stuff and take that those important documents, and these are any important documents. So this can fall in line for anybody who maybe they have important documents that you know you need to make sure. Also, side quest, if you have a DNR or what is it, a DNR, do not resuscitate, or a living will, make sure that your healthcare proxy always has a copy of both of those with them at all times in case they need them. And make sure maybe they might even need like 2 or 3 more copies to give to nurses or doctors or whomever, hospitals, offices, or whatever. Just make sure that they have those, even if they're just copies. Look up the laws in your state and make sure that you've got all of that stuff taken care of. And make sure that, like in this case, if you do want to, I don't know what spirit this is, but I'm going to tell you what this is. They want you to make a copy of this and make it look really super legal. They said you might even know somebody without getting a notary of the Republic in trouble. You may know somebody who knows how to make the embossing look like that, or to wherever your state is, make it look like that. They're telling me, do that. Do that. Keep the original with you at all times, in your purse, in your wallet, in your back pocket. I don't know. Safety deposit box, who is to say? And put this fake in there and see what happens, and then go home and see if it's gone. Because they're very upset about this, too. I mean, this spirit up here, they're just so saddened that this happened. But this person, they're just pissed off. They're like, fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. We all know this is an adult channel that's not for children, right? Okay, good. Because you know, if you're here, you're here. Hello, but we don't need to have, yeah. It's just not really for children. So if your parents don't know you're watching it, turn this off. Like, no, your parents don't want you to watch stuff for a reason, I promise. And trust me, just trust me. If they tell you that you don't want to watch something, just take them, just humor them and write it in your notebook that when you're 20, you're 18, you're going to watch this scary movie that they don't want you to watch, and then I want you to tell me at 18 if at 8 or 9 you could have watched that movie. That's all I got to say on that. Also, I wish I'd waited to see Little Girl Who Lives Down the Lane, although the book was amazing. So yeah, we got Blood on the Mountains, and Fox is in the hen house here. So yeah, these, you know, this up here. Okay, so let's put these guys up here. So this is one part of the reading right here, okay? And this is our center. This is either a May to, this is, up here it's a May to December romance. Who is to say if it's, what sex the parties are? Who cares? It's just whomever these divine humans are. Get up there, okay? And then you have these guys down here. This is just a sad situation altogether. I've already explained that one. But this down here is, there's just some devious stuff going on. This is just not nice stuff. It's actually interesting how it's split it up like this. I find this very interesting. We're exploring new spreads. I think that's what we're doing, because this is what, when I've been shuffling all week, we've been doing different spreads, new and different spreads. So yeah, yeah. And like I say, with this person, this is just sad. And they're going to need to really recover from this and mourn and whatnot. But there is another love for this person, and it's gonna be it's gonna be nice. But this family's just awful. Like, they're going through stuff. And by stuff, I mean everybody else's, like, crap that they can take. Like, who's going to take the ring? Who's going to take the earrings? I'm reminded of when someone in my family who married in, they had a relative who passed away that was a parent's sibling. And their parent went through this sibling who had passed away, or maybe it was like an aunt or uncle, I think, maybe like a great aunt or great uncle, something like that, one of the two, and took something for their child, and then their child came to our house and told us, and my mom afterwards said, okay, when I die, lock the doors, don't let anybody in, don't let anybody take anything, because that is not good behavior. That is wrong, big time wrong. Like, she was pissed. She was like, yeah, she was gold star pissed. And that's what's going down here, and that's just and where this is marriage being forced to say marriage. Did somebody love The Princess Bride? This is a May to December marriage. Yes, this may be a marriage, but this is also like where this is just the kids and it's just stupid shit that they just should have shut up and taken their inheritance because they knew that their dad loved these two people loved each other. These people just want to cause chaos. Like this is, grandma died and everybody's having a free-for-all over everything that belonged to her. So they're just going to run in and take whatever they want. Like, this is a family of, wow, that tower just got thrown. This is a family affair. Like, this is breaking hearts right here. This is just, this queen died and her heart is broken because y'all are full of it. She's saying you're full of shit. All you's full of shit. She is not happy. And she's got her sword in her hand. I mean, this was not a woman to trifle with. Now, was she an easy woman? No. Was she an abusive, gaslighting parent? No. She was just strict, maybe strict in ways that maybe nowadays we go, yeah, you know, you definitely, you just should let up on that. But at the end of the day, it wasn't like so abusive where you're washing someone's mouth out with soap. If anything, like with my aunt, when I didn't wash the dishes well enough that one time, she made me wash all the dishes in the kitchen. And really and truly what ended up happening is I didn't have to wash every dish. I just had to, we rearranged the cupboards and we talked. Like, that's what she is. Five of Coins. The anchor denotes successful ventures in business and love and surrounded by 11, 13, 29, 30, and 31, and 35. Breach of trust. Near the dog fidelity of the ones you love. Yeah, she was everybody's anchor. She was everybody's anchor. And excuse me, pardonnez-moi. Okay. Gonna move this family off that way. Okay. So we have another person taking over. All right. So yeah, it really was a mess. The family was a mess. It just the dog. That's too funny. Let me take that out. and strength. Um, she was the anchor for the family. Now, when I say matriarch, yeah, maybe this was a grandmother, maybe this was an aunt, uncle, whatever. Okay. But this we're talking like definitely an older female. Um like I say, it's always subjective. So if you know, for you it's a male, female, they, them, whatever, like do that, but for me this feels like a female. And this person was the anchor. And no one was shocked by this behavior. She would neutralize a lot of fires in this family. And there would be people who would be her lapdogs. Not, no, I take that back. They weren't her lapdogs. They tried to be her lapdogs, but they were actually enemies. And she did not fall for that bullshit. Someone might drink a lot too. There might be somebody who drinks a lot. The Ace of Wands. The roads turn to dark for clouds foretell misadventures, but far from the person, the evil consequences may be averted. The roads turn to the dark clouds. Yeah. And what have we got up there? We got dark clouds. So I'm going to say there was whatever abuse happened in this family was not caused by this person. And I actually don't think there is any quote unquote abuse, maybe old fashioned ideas that nowadays we might go, yeah, maybe you know, you probably shouldn't have done this, but you know, it's more of a being spoiled. Abuse by being spoiled than actual physical abuse. Um, and it wasn't that people weren't there. People were definitely there. It's just like this is someone with quite a few kids. Like I want to say there's like at least 5 kids, 20 grandkids. Like this is someone with a big family. Like this church event. This church event right here. This is huge. Like when my grandparents died, we had the funeral in home, and we live on a road down from a hospital, and they had to call the cops because the buses couldn't get through because there were so many cars and so many people coming to see them because these people were such amazing human beings. Now, after my grandparents passed away, their kids didn't have a problem packing stuff up and giving what to whomever and yada yada yada. That they were very much able to amicably say, yeah, we know mom wanted you to have that. Yeah, hey, if you want that, that's fine. I don't have a problem. Or they did like a lottery system, or I don't know how the hell they did it. Like number everything, pick a number. If you don't want it, you don't want it. That's fine, whatever. Just always remember to ask the grandkids if they want something because it really honestly and truly would have been nice to be asked and not be forgotten while everybody else got something. So no bitterness there, just saying. Am I a little bitter? Probably. Yet I do have things that are my grandmother's. So it's just everybody else got something, everybody else was thought of. You know what I'm saying? So But I don't have to live in that. All I can do is say, make sure you're not forgetting people, because some people just feel forgotten, and that's an okay thing. But that's not what is going on here. What is going on here is just no one is rational. It's okay, Doc. There you go, Papa. I don't know why I told you guys that story. That's weird. Whoever needed to know that, there you go. Uh, yeah. And I'll tell you, I'll be very honest with you. I was the kid that I didn't say anything. Like, you had to be observant to understand that I was upset for being left out, because it was a good chance that nobody else around me understood that I was left out. And I wasn't going to say anything because I felt embarrassed, and I felt like that would be a me, look at me situation. But what I didn't really understand was that it was unfair to be left out, and that the adults should have understood that. So, and I'm neurodivergent, so like when we just like don't do something, or we don't ask, like, you really do sometimes have to be a little bit more observant with us, because we don't necessarily always tell our feelings and emotions, because we don't feel, it's not even a comfort thing, it's just a, well, okay, well, that's that, whatever. And then we go about our business. But in reality, we need to tell somebody that, hey, I'm going to ask you to help me with something twice, and then I'm never going to ask you again, because I'm going to feel like, well, there we go. I've asked and I don't know what else to do now. So now, after I've asked you twice, or the first time, I need you to help me carry over and complete the task. You know? It is neurodivergence. Thank you, Lord. But yeah, these people are just like, we're talking like everything was fine until the king died in this family, and then it's like everybody got like really closey, lovey, and it just got weird. Like, family crawled out of the woodworks. You know? Yeah, those kids that never show up to anything are showing up. You know what I'm saying? They showed up to Meemaw's funeral, though. They showed up to Meemaw's funeral, and then they ducked the hell out of there. Spirit, we got anything else going on? Yeah, watch out for those foxes in the hen house. Also, if you have chickens, I don't know who this applies to. You got chickens. Make sure wherever you saw that there were holes, that it's sealed up. And something about, you think you got all the holes, but you didn't. You see one right in front of you, but you don't necessarily realize it's a hole, because maybe the hens go in and out of it and you've just become accustomed to it. So there's something. Watch your hens in the hen house, okay? Watch, make sure, especially they say from weasels. Okay. My friend last year, she had 18 chickens. She woke up one morning, she had one left. She had 17 dead. That was just, people don't understand how expensive that is. You know, you can't just feed them. I mean, she feeds them everything, but you know, people don't understand. Okay, Spirit, anything else? The sun. The sun will come out tomorrow. 3 of Cups. Yep. 3 of Cups. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Just thinking about tomorrow turns away the cobwebs and the sorrow. The three of the suit is often entitled Consent or simply Yes. This card resonates with a spirit of agreement, mutual support, encouragement, and teamwork. Often pictured as three women celebrating their connectedness in a dance with lifted cups. It could also be called sisterhood, a real mutual admiration society. It points to all the benefits of harmonious relationship. So yeah. Um what is the sun? That's fair. The sun. The sun card is about the self, who you are and how you cultivate your personality and character. The sun's radiance is where one's original nature can be encouraged in health. Let me grab my glasses because you know I should have put them on beforehand. The sun's radiance is where one's original nature can be encountered in health and safety. The limitations of time and space are stripped away. The soul is refreshed and temporarily protected from the chaos outside the garden walls. Under the light of the sun, life reclaims its primordial goodness, truth, and beauty. If one person is shown on this card, it is usually signifying a human incarnation of the divine. When two humans are shown, the image is portraying a resolution of the tension between the opposites at all levels. It's as if this card is saying, you can do no wrong. It's all too good. All to the good. So, ooh. Okay. Let's take a look at that. You started at the Three of Cups and now you're at the Nine of Cups. Went on an adventure, didn't you? So basically, ouch. So where the two of these actually end up connecting is the following. Is this young woman here, okay? This young woman right here, she's the connector for this. This is two different people, and if it is the same person, God bless you. Because this sucks. This young woman married a May-December relationship, whatever that May-December relationship is, and this is just the heartache that happened with it. This young woman and to be very honest, this could signify also an only child taking care of a parent. This could be a parent that has many children where only one was significantly taking care of them. And it's not that the other kids weren't taking care of this parent because this parent wasn't good. It's that they just had other things that they were doing, and this person was the one that was available. The problem is everything else around it. And the people who are trying to infiltrate in. But this can also actually, it feels more like a granddaughter who lived with the grandmother. Who was either raised by maybe or maybe spent the majority of her life with this older woman. Whether her mother was in and out of her life or her mother was there but she was always working, like single parent, mother dynamic, whatever this is. This woman, and this young woman's mother might actually have already passed away. It might be one of those things where maybe the mom passed away when she was 16 or 18, and then the grandmother, she stayed with the grandmother, of course, and then, we're talking, 15 years later, this one girl's 35, maybe she's got kids, maybe they live in the grandma's house, maybe she's 25 or 22 or whatever, and she's been taking care of grandma all this time, and grandma's kids aren't taking care of her, not because grandma's a horrible person, she's not, but everybody has their own reasons and circumstances. And when I say that, what I'm really and truly getting down to is the following. If you have horrible parents, you don't have to go and visit them. This isn't this woman. This is actually a good human being whose other children are self-absorbed in whatever the hell else they're doing because whatever they've got going on. Like I say, I don't think that this doesn't feel like we're not talking to this person because we've had abuse and that's trauma. It feels more like these people now have money and are self-absorbed within themselves, which is why they want the papers. Because they know that this girl is going to inherit absolutely everything from this woman. And that this woman left her kids out of the will. I'm seeing 5 kids. She left all 5 kids out of the will. Or however many kids it is. And it's going to be shocking because, she didn't even include the aunts, the uncles, the grandkids, nothing. This girl's got it all. And she's got it all. So you see where this one is the May to December, and she's going to inherit everything because it's just sad. And it's just people just knew they should have gotten along and they chose to be greedy. These people are so self-absorbed in their own life that they didn't even care over here. It feels like this girl's mother might have been sick for a long time, and maybe that's the reason why. That makes sense. It could be that the reason why this young girl, I feel right now in this instance, this young girl here is an only child. There may be other siblings, I do not know. Whether there's a father, it doesn't matter whether there is or not, because in this instance, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Either way. So, yeah, because they both had, that's true. That's true. They both had heart loss. 42 balance. They had to balance each other out. What is the question? Life, everything in the world. Number 42, it's balance. So it feels to me like the parent here, it feels like mother or daughter because, for me that would be the most familiar, but it could be father-son. It could be mother-son. It could be father-daughter. Either way, it feels like 3 women, which could also be why I have the 3 right here with the sun. Okay, so what? So what it feels like is the following. This girl and her mother lived with the grandmother. I don't get the sense of any drug use, whatever. I say this woman had 5 kids. I do believe this person is within the 5 and that it is not a 6th. But who is to say? You fit it where you need to, and you will have as many aunt and uncles as you're going to in this situation. But this daughter was living with her mother simply because she was ill. Now, whether she was ill when she had her daughter or not, I don't know, or whether or not she became ill afterwards, but whatever it was, she died due to this illness. Nobody was shocked. Everybody was expecting it. You know what I'm saying? But this young woman was 16, and then she stayed with her grandmother. She took care of her grandmother, and now she's 22 years old, and she is going to inherit everything. because no one here cared. Like, everybody cared when her mom was sick, and then when her mom was sick, they all went back to their own stuff. And like I say, it's not that this person was a bad person. They're definitely not. If anything, their flaw was giving their kids too much, and not teaching them other values. But those are also things that sometimes you have to step back and see yourself, the value of people aging. I mean, honest and truly with life can be such a up and down. It can be a hamster ball where you're just rolling everywhere and trying to figure out what room you're out into, you know. So you don't always realize the age of your parents in the moment, but these people are just self-absorbed on a level that is just their own. And maybe not every one of these 5 kids, but the majority of them are. And she has cut them out. And I mean, I'm not joking when I say this is the woman who every time these petty children have arguments, they go to her, and because she is the anchor of the family. Okay? She is the anchor of the family. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't actually be surprised if the girl who lived with this elderly woman, this grandmother, was actually the granddaughter, and that this is the great-granddaughter. That would not shock me at all, that this woman was like in her 90s. Like, that wouldn't shock me. But she neutralized everything. She was constantly putting fires out. She was tired of it. And she didn't mind being the anchor of the family. She was tired of putting everybody else's petty goddamn fires out because nobody was taking their own responsibility. And this could be the kind of thing where let me figure out how to say this delicately. Right now, the United States has a particular political issue. And if you don't agree with what I'm about to say, I really, to be very honest, I don't care. I know what I see, I know what I know, and I just really, I don't want to make this channel about politics. I have no intention of doing that unless absolutely, like, spirit needs me to say something. But we do have a specific political climate where people are being forced to believe things that are untrue. And it's like, these people are here going, yeah, none of that is real. Like, these people have all been taken in by the golden calf. And the granddaughter of the balance, the Queen of Swords, who is the mother of the Two of Coins, her parent is probably somewhere in here. If this isn't a daughter, the parent is in here. If it's a daughter and her daughter and not a granddaughter and her daughter, it's a good chance that they're just not the ones following it. But right now it feels like it's like granddaughter and like grandmother, granddaughter, and great-granddaughter. And the parent is in here somewhere, and they are completely snowed. And this woman is done because they're constantly having to put out fires between who is believing what. And it doesn't help when aunts and uncles and everybody else get involved with it. And they know this girl's getting everything. Absolutely everything, and they are pissed off, which is why they're going through, which is why the grandmother is saying, be shifty. She's saying, girl, we've talked about this shiftiness. We've played cards. We've done this. We've talked with your mom. We've watched all the conspiracy stuff. I might have been 98 years old and you might be 22, but you taught me about YouTube, and that was a beautiful thing. And you guys like the conspiracy theories and all of that stuff, and like, you guys talked. You know how to write a letter, and that's what brings, like, both of these sides in. And I don't want you to worry here, because I see you with a little boy and a really, really nice human to be with. I see a lovely man with curly hair. I actually see a black man with curly hair, actually. And he's quite handsome. And yeah, we don't care who you love, and we don't care on this page what your race is. I don't care what you identify with. I just want you to be a good freaking human. For God's sakes, be a good human. It's all I'm asking. I don't think that's too much. You know, think before you do. And if you learn later on that something wasn't right what you did earlier in your life or the day, learn from it. That's all you can do. So that's what's going on here. And you know, this is interesting too, is it shows the divisions. You have the division of greed up here because, you know, this person was a May-December relationship and these kids think that they should get everything because whatever. And then you have it down here where these people are just backwards. They're believing a huge lie that is not true. And these people here in the center all know. I mean, there's probably, if there's a grandfather, the grandfather will know too. Like, if Spirit's telling me, if you have a situation here where it's like the mom and daughter lived with the parents and then whatnot, like the mom and daughter lived with the grandparents and now the daughter's taking care of the yada yada, it's the same thing. Hide those papers. Get copies, make them look real, and there you go. Yeah. The broken glass foretells ill luck for long years, if near, but if distant, death of a friend. So yeah, they're doing themselves in. They're really doing themselves in this whole situation. Like, it didn't have to be this way, but this is the theme with both of these. Neither of these actually had to be the way that they were. It's just these people decided to be greedy, and these people are upset that they're not going to have more money to give their golden calf because grandma knows that they're going to be buying what they're going to be doing with this money. They already know because these people are already in debt. They've been putting out fires by giving them money to pay off their bills and their loans and their debts, and they're tired of it, so they're going to give them all this. And I'm going to tell you what I'm being told right now is what might be happening is that this young granddaughter might be in the nursing field here, and I feel a nurse energy here, or I see like nurse, is going to be given power of attorney. But there's something more than just power of attorney. But basically what it is this person is going to have rights over all of these funds. And these children here aren't going to be able to draw from the bank anymore. If there are, these people might even be drawing from their grandparents' bank, and this granddaughter is going absolutely not, and one of her parents might even be in here, but this is stopping. This girl is going to stop the family taking these people's money, and she's going to get a court order to make sure that it happens, because these people are it's not that they're not aware, it's not that they're unable, it's that they're older. They don't know the court system and they don't know how to maneuver to get help, and they're going to ask this person for help because this person is going to come and tell them what is going on, and then they're going to go, listen, if this is not what you want, then we need to fix this way. Who do you trust? And then there might even be something where there's some kind of other trustee appointed or whatever if these people are leaving this person all of this money. And I don't know who this other person is. I feel this might be like a second anchor that comes in. I don't know if this is a person appointed by the court or maybe like a aunt or uncle person that is able to share responsibility with the understanding that this girl is getting absolutely everything when these people die, but they're okay with that. Like these people will be given like a small tiny little inheritance, but this person's going to get everything. This person's going to get a little bit more inheritance than normal, but this person isn't going to care that, but this person is getting everything because they're brought into everything, and they're going to they're going to be the boat in the storm, and they're going to be good because their sales are huge, and they know how to weather that storm. But yeah, this is like, get your wills, get your, all of the stuff that you need to do. Yeah. You got children there. Children acting like children. It's also Queen of Coins. They expect mommy to pay for everything. They expect this person with this money, whoever this person is, to pay for absolutely everything. We've also got a King and Queen of Coins up there, which might also symbolize the people who are giving their children everything to the point that they, are upset, Okay, do we have anything else, Spirit, or are we done? What do you think? Because this was a pretty darn big reading. Roses indicate beauty and rugged health. The birds signify dire misfortune. And fierce enemies when near or far away from the person with 7, 16, 12, or 22 between a chance to avert the evil spell. Either way, this person is going to win out, and these people are just not going to. They're going to try. Is there anything else you want to tell us? Should we move on to some tarot, or are we done for this? You tell me. When many of you left? So, yes, I think that's what we've got for you today. I'm not being given any more cards now, so I think that we are pretty much done. I don't honestly think there's really that much more to add. Always make sure that you're getting your... I just gotta make sure you get your stuff in order, you know what I'm saying? Always gotta make sure you get your stuff in order, and that you've got your strength. Yeah. All right, Spirit. I think I'm going to call it a night on this. But just know that, your loved ones love you when they pass away. They're the same. They will always come across to you as the good people that they are or were. And just know that even if they were not nice people, what they are over here and what they are over there in spirit are two different things. And it is perfectly all right if you do not feel comfortable with that spirit coming over here to see you, because in this plane of existence, you feel traumatized by that. That is perfectly acceptable. That spirit will 100% understand that. So if anybody wanted to know that, you don't have to feel bad. You don't have to feel bad about, not wanting to be around family that's being politically gaslit or who believes something that is just completely wrong. I mean, stay with the people that love you and know you right here, These are good peoples. Because your ship is coming in. The sun is going to shine. The sun is coming up tomorrow. So, But yeah, I think that we are done. And yes. It's the Six of Swords. Death. Yep, I think that's the end of the reading. I don't think because really and truly, there's like no more cards left. Like, Nothing that's going to make sense anyway. So, all right. Let me take a look. Right here. Are there any tarot cards that need to come out for a moment? Or are we good here too? It's way too many cards. Way too many cards out. So it is a mess. It's all a mess. It's always a mess when somebody passes away. And, you know, it's what you have to do if you're the person dying, if you're the person who is older or you're younger or whomever it is. You're the one that has to set how this is going to go. And if you're younger and you're curious about what's going to happen when someone passes away, like your mom, your dad, your grandma, your grandpa, it's okay to ask. You know, if you're living with your grandparents and you're going to wonder what's going to happen when they pass away, it's okay to ask as long as you're just asking to ask and not, you know, for ulterior motives. Nobody wants to tell people what's going to happen when they die just so that you can plan. That's just these people down here. They planned for this money to come to them so they could give it to their golden calf or go spend it on their boats or whatever the other shit they're going to do with it. Yep. 5 of coins reversed. Looking up and seeing what is there for you. Yep. Yep. Because the 5 of coins upright is you're walking past a church and you're not even seeing the help that's available. But upside down, you do have a chance to see. You do have a chance to see the coins falling down and helping you out, you know? Come on. Okay. The 5 of coins reverse suggests that you should take a hard look at the situation and root out possible deceptions. Perhaps you are being deceived or you are the one deceiving others for yourself. There may be a part of you that's so eager to believe in fairy tales or rescue fantasies that you would fail to check the fine print or would be savior's credentials. It's time to start asking the hard questions if you can't bring yourself to. Oh, Jesus Christ, Mary and Joseph up in heaven, help me now, Lord. Jesus Christ. Okay, Spirit is telling these people who are feeding a golden calf all their money, and they know they want to feed the golden calf this money, and this person is like, fuck no. There may be a part of you that's so eager to believe in fairy tales or rescue fantasies that you would fail to check the fine print or a would-be savior's credentials. It's time to start asking the hard questions. If you can't bring yourself to do that, then you cannot succeed in this situation. And that is what Spirit is saying to these people. Your ass is backwards. You're not even checking. You're giving this to a golden calf. You are giving your parents hard-earned money or life insurance or life savings that you're going to, and that should go to you after they die, and you do whatever you need to there. That should be going to you for whatever it is that you need it for. You're not going to do that. You're going to give it to a golden calf. And we all know who that is. I mean, you don't have to be at the corner bodega to get an orange drink and a ham and cheese on a roll. If you know, you know. You know? And this is exactly what Spirit is saying is get off the fucking unicorn, because even the universe, It's tired of this bullshit right here. Like this is normal. This is not. This is blindness. This is allowing the scythe to blind you. That's what that is. And spirit is tired of it. This isn't even spirit at this point. This is just the universe. The Almighty is tired of this shit. Tired of this shit. And stop doing it in Jesus' name, they're saying. Stop doing it in the name of God, because this has nothing to do with God, because God doesn't like golden calves. God does not like golden calves. The point of God is that you share. You don't keep it all. That's why God was angry at the mountain. Don't know where in the hell that all just came from, but there you go. That's what it is. Yeah. Too many cards, friend. Too many cards. I'm not doing 85. The Empress. And, fair. But, yeah. Exactly. Exactly. The Major Arcana or Trump card. This person up here, they have real Empress energy. She is nature around us, but also within us, the ever-unfolding source of life, giving power. The Empress is often pictured as pre-Christian goddess, as the one whom the High Priestess is channeling down from earth for the rest of us. And Jesus Christ, that is confirmation of exactly what I was just saying about the mountain and God being pissed off. The universe is, I did not know this was going to happen. This is pissing off the universe right there. And they're telling you, get your family members looked at. Because these people are trying to undo this, but this is going to piss them off. Like, this is going to piss them off. Wow, I did not know that that was going to come up. And, yeah. Wow, that's just, yeah, I know. I keep getting a shit ton of cards coming over because it's a mess. And the universe is, like, see how kind of neat that chaos is of people just being angry and upset because people died? And then this is just utter chaos down here, because that's just what it is. This is so chaotic that these people can't even stop to step back and see all the coins dropping down. They can't see them because their golden calf is telling them not to. They can't see the future in front of them. So, oof. I'm telling you. All right, Spirit. I think that we need to be done for the night. Because, yeah, it is 9:55. And I have to do a couple things. Way too many. Okay, Spirit, anything else to tell us now that you've gone on a rant about that even I didn't expect to go on? Because I was not going to do that. Like, seriously, dude? Okay, 5 more shuffles and then we're done, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Too many cards. 4 and 5. Maybe gave you a couple extra there. All right, everybody. I think we're done. Have a good night. And remember, Get your paperwork, get everything together that you need to get together for you, because it's just going to help you better. Make sure that if you're older or even if you just get married, if you have kids, get a will. It's not going to hurt anything to understand where things are going when someone passes away. And it seems scary. And it is. It is scary. It's something we don't know about. It's something that can be scary. It can be scary to see. Everybody has different ways that they handle it. So, the universe says, clean up this goddamn chaos. Anyway, take care, everyone. Remember, be good, behave, be happy, be yourself. Good night. God bless you. We love you.